Scott. Hope you are well. Hope everybody else is well. I'm a few minutes late. I apologize. Um. Okay, Kelly, you haven't done anything today. Why are you snoring? She's like totally wiped out and snoring really loudly. Although she literally hasn't done anything today, which I find hilarious. All she's done today is stay at home and sleep, which is usually me, but not today. Let's see. Let me open it up on my phone. I can't. Let's see. Open up until after it starts. So let's see if I can find it. Kelly, you literally haven't done anything today. Why are you snoring so loud? I don't understand. Let's see. Of course, sometimes it comes up and sometimes it doesn't. And the link is posted in or is in chat. Hello, Fish Adventures. Hope you are well. I apologize. I think you put in chat or you commented on one of the videos saying that you emailed me, and of course, I didn't see it until a few. Well, okay, that's not totally true. I saw it a few days ago, and of course, I wrote the email. And forgot to press send. So I apologize. Oh my gosh, Scott. Wait, so you got 2 angelfish already, but they are female and male? I'm confused. Isn't that a breeding pair? Or wouldn't that be perfect for breeding? Unless that's not what you want? Sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Let's see. I hope everybody is doing well. I think we got a few more people coming in. Welcome. I don't know. Ian, you were gone for 5 days, Monday through Friday? Was Scott, hope you are well. I got white, yellow is a female, and the male is black and yellow. If that good when they have babies, there are beautiful babies, right? Yeah. Well, then I guess you don't need me. Dang, Ian. So then was Kat taking care of them? And tell her I said hello. I don't know if she's working or if she's at home. But if she's there, tell her I said hello. So you already got some. Okay, cool. Fish adventures. That's awesome. Um, let's see. So what did I do? Um. Oh yeah. I really want to get the gimbal now that Tyler told me about or let me use his. Thank you very little. Um. Want to get that hopefully before Dallas. Nice fish adventures. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I will say, babies are easier to ship. Um, especially when they're like quarter-ish size. Why blue sand? I'm just curious. Got a lot of white live plants, and of course, I accidentally brought one of them up with me to Tahoe, and my dad was like, "Yeah, you paid for the plant, and it's been sitting in the car," and I'm like, "Yeah, oh, oops." Um, well, luckily enough, at least it will last until we go back home on Sunday. Uh, so I'm hoping, and I'm like 99% sure that it will be just fine. It is a tissue culture, and I'm really happy I got it. So yeah, J Rock, what's up? She's working, and yeah, she feeds them. They're just baby. Let's see. She feeds them and stuff when I'm gone. Nice. That's awesome. What algae eater? Some plecos? Because plecos, I think autosynclus and panacory should be fine in there. And a 55, I mean, that's fine. I have six, I think, six or eight in a 55 right now. They are smaller, and I'm probably gonna grow them up in there. And then once they pair off, I might put them into another tank, like a 20 high, and if I can, breed them if they pair off. And then I also have one more 40 and two 20s. Wait, what? I'm assuming it's original algae eater. I'm not quite sure what kind though. And why blue sand? Because it seems a little bit odd. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's a pleco. It's either a pleco, I could maybe an autosynclus. I'm trying to think of what else, but I think those are the main ones. I'd like to try and get some black. I think it's black. What is it? Either the striped. I want some more autosynclus. Although I'm a little bit worried that they might outcompete the shrimp for algae and other microfauna. I think they should be fine. Wow, I did not realize there were 20 species of autosynclus. Huh. Yeah, I put the link in chat, I think, unless you can't come up for another Meeson. I need to figure out why sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. Why isn't here we go. I don't know if you can come up, but just pinned it. Let me pull up chat again. Okay, here we go. No worries. Awesome. Sure, why not, Ian? Do I want you to come up? Of course you can come up. I'm feeling lonely up here, Ian. But yeah, I guess one of the Alterananthem renickii um, tissue cultures that I purchased um, fell out of my bag. It's doing just fine, so, I should be able to just plant it. Um, but yeah, it's got a little bit of water and moisture, so it should be fine. Um, in a few days, it won't be too long, so. Yeah. Let's see. I'll be live streaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Oh, really? No worries. Oh, did you so you haven't so you haven't gone? You haven't even seen the tanks yet? And no worries, Ian. Alright, I'll be right back. See you tomorrow. Cool. Is this your first? This isn't your first stream, is it, Fish Adventures? Or is it? And Ian, I felt like that when I went over to Kenny and Danny's house. I just stepped in the door and started streaming. I didn't even get to look at their house. Okay, Fender. You go. Up. Hey, Fender. You are like such a little spaz. God, it's been a while, Larry. Hope you're well. And when you would like to come up, you may. Oh, joy. Yeah, I'm going to end it. Bye, everyone. Hey, Larry. You're still
Hi!
alive? I see you're still alive and you're healthy.
Yes, I am. Hi, how you doing? How you been? Hi, Fender. Hi, kids.
He hears you.
Ah,
He's looking like, who's talking to me?
Fender, bite, kill.
Hey. Larry. Larry.
So who do we have? Ian, hello. Scott, hello. Fish Adventures, welcome. Jay. Who else? That's it? It's early. Hit that like button. I did. So I just found out that Jen has found a place to live in Kansas. She's there right now with our friend house hunting. So she found a place. It's in the middle of nowhere. Closest neighbor a half mile away. I'm like, I can't. You're muted there. Uh,
She already moved?
no, she has not moved yet. She's there house hunting. She's coming back to finish packing. She was supposed to go like 2 weeks ago house hunting, but because of the whole COVID and everything, excuse me, she hasn't been able to go. So she and the friend went a couple of days ago. They left
Gotcha.
and borrowed my car, putting a couple of 1,000 miles on it.
They borrowed your car?
Hmm.
So neither of them have a car.
Well, she doesn't. She's been using mine for the last 5 years. Um, but he's got a
What
car.
about Donald?
He's got a big pickup truck, an old pickup truck, which I've been driving around. The gas mileage, I get much better mileage on my Chevy Trax, and I get like 30 miles per hour on the Chevy Trax compared to the 18 miles per gallon, excuse me, per hour, per gallon uh, that his truck gets. So it's a lot cheaper to go and use my vehicle. Roundhouse, hey buddy.
Hey, Roundhouse. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a little. Hope you're well.
Ah, Ian, welcome.
Ah,
Hey, Ian.
hello, Kevin. How's it going?
How are you?
It's
I'm
going, it's going.
doing great. Just getting into the fish room, looking at
Yeah,
everything. The
Ian, when
water
you
levels
said
are low. It is time for a top off.
that you were there, you had only been home for 10 minutes. I was like, yeah, I went over to Kenny's house and I wanted to go look around and I literally started the live stream right when I got there. I literally popped
You were
down
not
and
wasting
started the
any time.
stream.
It's like, oh my god, I'm here. Blow my mind. Take photos. Take photos. Get the video going. Yes.
Well,
Thank you.
I didn't get to look at the tanks because I was filming it all.
Oh,
I was looking at it on my tiny ass phone.
well, all the fish tanks you were showing at Bateson's um, the night before were amazing. I mean, that was great.
That was awesome. I really enjoyed meeting Mrs. Bateson, and it
And all
was.
those other people. I mean, there's how many new people did you meet that you hadn't met before?
What do you mean?
I mean, all the fish family people that were there. You had only met one or two, I think, right?
Well,
Had you met Bateson before,
I
or was that the?
technically haven't. I hadn't met any of them in
Yeah, it's just
person.
online only. It's just meeting them
Yeah,
in person.
so it was
I mean,
really
if
fun. Hello,
I wish I could
Craig.
afford Aquashella, I would. I so much want to go, but right
Yeah,
now
that would be
I
fun.
lost a batch of hours in working due to the COVID. I couldn't work, so my paycheck coming up is gonna be
What?
less than a less than it's gonna be should be. Hey, Craig.
What do you mean?
I didn't work the total number of hours because of COVID. I can't work as a home healthcare aide to a guy that's not vaccinated when I'm positive. So I had 10 days of quarantine and I didn't have enough sick time accumulated for to cover all my hours. So my next paycheck is not going to be a full paycheck
Oh, because you caught it.
because I caught it. I had to quarantine. I could not work. I
Wait,
have
but I thought you still get paid for it.
you have sick time accumulated um, over the hours that I've worked over the last couple of years. I did not have enough sick time to cover all the hours I didn't work. Plain and simple. I
Really?
didn't have enough time. I did not have enough sick time accumulated to cover everything. So my next paycheck is not going to be a full paycheck. So I'm not going to be able to afford the airfare because I so much want to come down. I want to meet you and everybody else at Aquashella. God, I want to go, but I'm not going to be able to afford the 300 for the airfare, um, plus my rent, which is due the next day.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, I hear you clear.
Yes.
Ooh,
You gonna keep the
angelfish.
clips? No.
No, I don't. Ooh.
Mofuta cora, family of the festivum cichlid.
Oh. Cichlids, okay.
They're the only other cichlid that I know of that have ventrals similar to angelfish.
Yeah, I thought it was an angel. Well, the other one was an angel.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
angel.
that's an angel. Yeah, that's what it was.
Hey,
The other
Michael
one.
Long.
Hey, Michael.
These are F1s from Wild Caught.
Well, caught. Ooh.
Well, first F1s from Wild Caught. First generation.
I think it could be longer, Roundhouse, but your faculties start to go, so.
With Roundhouse, you could never tell. 2 minutes, 62 hours. It acts the same. It's he yawns a bit more at the 62-hour mark, but you're really his playing on World of Warships is probably going to be the exact same.
Duckweed heaven.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got some work to do in the morning. Look at that duckweed.
Skim some of that out and put it where?
I'm not doing shit right now. I just got home. I'm checking on the tanks. Seeing how all the fish are doing.
No, I think he means tomorrow.
Yeah. You're gonna
yeah.
skim that. You're gonna skim that out. You're gonna put
Oh,
it in
yeah.
another tank or just get rid of it.
Oh, I compost it. Just toss it outside in the garden.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm actually getting my 20-gallon from Jen's house. I don't have an area to put it yet.
I've still got all the bags from Fishtober sitting right here.
Wait, what?
I still got all the bags from Fishtober sitting right here. That's how big of a rush I was in.
Put in all the fish in and.
Yeah, went over to Kenny's house, had a fun time over there, went to bed, went to work the next day, and haven't been back since 10 minutes ago.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Wait, so the last time you've been there was right before I saw you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that? Oh, wow.
Yeah, not home very often.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
See how the guppy
Going,
is
dude.
doing. Ton of guppies breeding like crazy.
Oh goodness.
They got 2 Kevins.
Ah!
The world is coming to an end. There's 2 of them now.
Oh my god. Somebody's cloning them.
I don't know what the heck it is, whether it's a new update or what it is, but my phone volume is really low, and my iPad volume or my iPhone volume was really low, and then I was able to change it, and now it's louder, but for some reason my freaking iPad screen is really soft now.
Your mic is perfect. I'm hearing you nice and clear.
No, but I can't hear you guys very well. It's very soft.
Well, I can put the mic closer to my mouth. That's
I don't think
Right.
that's the problem
I
though,
think
because
it's on Kevin's end.
on my phone it's just fine. It's
yeah.
my iPad that's screwing around,
Ah.
being screwy, and I don't know what the heck is going on.
Ooh.
So I tried restarting it, and that didn't seem to help. But unless I come into the actual stream and I listen to you guys, I don't know whether it works or not. Because for some reason it seems to do okay otherwise, but just StreamYard seems to be having issues.
Ian, what are those?
Well, that little black and white fish that was just right there,
Yeah.
that was my Tiger King pleco.
Oh, yeah. I
Hey,
see the
Holly.
tail.
Yep,
Yeah,
there.
that's exactly what I have. One of those. What are those striped ones there in the front?
Oh, these are polar parrot cichlids. They get like that big.
Good luck, Holly.
Oh,
They're not going to be in this tank forever. They were literally smaller than my pinky nail when I first got them.
hey, freaky fish lady.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
his problem is not his volume, his mic volume. Everybody's mic volume is good. Kevin is having problems with hearing us.
Ooh, no CO2. Wonder how long that's been out.
Oops.
I gotta refill that tomorrow.
Well, you get enough happy plants in there, so.
And the algae. That's probably where the algae came from because there's no CO2.
wait, CO2?
Yeah, I have CO2 in this aquarium.
So you have to go refill it, or you're going to refill it yourself?
I refill it myself with baking
Okay.
soda and citric acid. There's pressure. This is like the best do-it-yourself CO2 system on the market.
But you said it's like $200, right?
All together with the citric acid, the one I bought, this is the solenoid, was sold separately, and this all in all was like $200. But sometimes that's cheaper than an actual big
Hey,
CO2 rig.
hey, Danny.
I tried the sugar and yeast method. That worked okay for a little bit. I got tired of it. The smells were just nasty. This one has no smells.
Clickety click. Hey, Sean. Didn't see you sneak in there.
He's been in here. Hey, boy.
My new plants seem to be doing all right, except for one of them. This one is supposed to be Areocalon cinereum, and
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
that's
So
looking at.
I have a question for everybody because I don't know what exactly to do. And it's kind of frustrating me.
With.
Give me a sec. I'm not at home, so I can't actually show the tank, and this was before
You in
I
Tahoe tonight?
changed it. Yep.
Ah.
So that was the tank.
Yeah,
That's a lot of sand in there.
yeah, that's
Which
a lot of snow. You're gonna
I
have some deep.
actually really like. I really liked that tank. My only problem with it. Why is it? Come on. Here it is. My only problem with the tank is that this area is way too thick.
As in.
Oh, the sand is shifted. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, come on. Why is...
You didn't put enough of a barrier to keep the sand from sliding. Did you just put a pile of sand, or did you put something underneath it?
I put some rocks.
Ah,
Huh?
So I put a layer of rocks. My problem, I think, because I was doing it, and it's not his fault at all, because I do think his suggestion was a good idea. I just didn't do it quite correctly or the way I should have. Let me see if this will make it any bigger. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it does.
okay.
So my problem was um here it is. This is a better picture.
Oh, there you go.
Um so the problem with this was I think um Jeffrey suggested that I start adding sand on this side and then slowly bringing it up over here. But with all the rocks, the river rock, it's hard to get down there and getting all the sand out of there. So I really think after I got enough sand to fill the media bags so that I couldn't see the media bags,
Right.
I should have started to just add sand to the top so that it will shift down a little bit more. And I wouldn't have to go from here.
So are you asking, should you start over or just take out some and start
Well, so
halfway
I'm
through again?
I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna redo the tank because
Okay.
I ended up making it a little bit worse because I was trying to get the sand um correct, or I was trying to make it so that the sand was um level enough, and so I took a few media bags out, which I shouldn't have, to in order to get the sand up from the bottom, and I probably shouldn't have done that. So what I need to do is I'm gonna take everything out again and redo it. But I need to get some. I need to get some.
Oh, I love that butterfly fish.
I have a few more media bags that I found, so I'd like to put some lava rock in those, and then add those to the tank as well, so that I get a little bit more height. Um, but my question is, it has. Let me see.
Gravity is going to keep wanting to pull it down to the
Yeah.
side, to the lower side.
So I agree. That's why under. I wish I had my Apple
Ah,
Pencil. That's why I did that.
okay.
And then on the right hand side was just river rock. So down here was all river rock.
Yeah.
So that it wouldn't slide. But that's what I originally had.
Yeah, right in the middle there, though, it's where gravity just keeps taking it and pulling it down.
I would have made a thing with some of that egg crate and spray foam, pond stuff, and have like a tray above the water line so they have full access to the water. And
Hey, only Oscars.
Hey, only Oscars. Sean, did I miss fettuccine alfredo? Who's got fettuccine alfredo? I'm hungry.
fettuccine
Or are you looking at that rope fish and thinking it's the wrong thing?
Oh, he's thinking the rope fish was fettuccine alfredo. Fettuccine
Ah,
alfredo is the Senegal Baicher.
oh,
That was the rope fish. Oh, I love my new dehumidifier. It's keeping my room between 45 and 50 all the time.
okay.
Percent humidity.
With all those tanks, I guess you need that.
Yeah. Without it, when I turned it on, it was at 57%.
Nope.
Yeah, that's not good.
How do you measure that?
It just tells me on the dehumidifier.
Oh,
The dehumidifier has a little, yeah, a little number on it.
I'm in Tahoe, right now, and
Yeah, how's the weather there?
that is not my mom. Hello, only Oscars. What was the question, Larry?
How's the weather by you?
It's about 60 something. It's actually kind of nice.
It's 60, low 60s here, but it's raining.
Oh, yeah, we need some rain and snow.
I'm not ready for snow yet.
Well, we need snow because we need
You
more.
need the moisture for the fires. Yeah.
Well, that and we need water.
Yeah.
We freaking don't have any water. What is us talking about?
He saw
No.
Ian's rope fish and thought it was another one of Ian's fish.
Um, no, Matt, not girlfriend either. That was just a teacher. For some reason, that was, I don't know what happened. I don't know why the heck I had that photo on there. I don't know
I
what
was
happened.
actually just looking on classmates.com. They've got some yearbooks. I was actually looking at the yearbook from 2 years after my high school yearbook. 2 years from after I graduated, they didn't have the years I was in there, but I was looking at some of the teachers' pictures, teachers that I had. God, um, 37 years ago. God, I'm old. Wait,
Wait, what about 7 years ago?
37 years ago.
Oh, 37.
I was looking at a yearbook from my high school from 35 years ago, but the
Dang.
teachers were still the same. I remember some of my teachers there. It's like, yep.
Huh?
I remember three of my teachers. I remember my homeroom teacher, my math teacher, and my social studies teacher.
Wait, and I'm
Homeroom
assuming this
teacher
was
I
from then?
hated. This is from 35 years ago. Homeroom teacher I hated. The math teacher and the social studies teacher. I
Oh,
still think of them sometimes.
I had a lengthy list of teachers that I didn't like.
Oh, I had a whole batch that I didn't like. The three that I can remember right off the bat that I remember clearly. I mean, there was some I was looking, going, "Oh yeah, I had her. Uh, yeah, I had her in 10th grade. No, I had her in 9th grade," and remembering some of them, and then and going, I don't remember if I hated or liked them. But there were the three that one I really hated and two I really really liked.
Wait, and so was that a yearbook that you found?
Online, a yearbook I
Huh?
had found online, a website that had
Hey,
yearbooks
Chewy.
online.
The rainbow fish is super happy to see me. I like to see that. He's like,
Do you
hey.
remember the actress's name that played Snow White only 2 times? Did the public ever hear of her? I'm sure they heard of her when she was playing the part. I have no idea who you're talking about. That there have been like a dozen different
Snow White.
movies now with like the Evil Queen and such. And have I mentioned how much I really, really like Jen's sister, who just gave me, thank you, Amy, who just gave me a Reese's peanut butter cup. Yeah, there's been
Yum.
I was just watching, what was it, Maleficent, the Evil Queen with Charlize Theron, who I'm in love with. And that had, who was the voice for the original Snow White? I didn't realize that. How could they not have had, in listing the names of the voice actors for the original Snow White, not have the actress who played it?
Blasphemy.
Sean, I haven't been on in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Of course I'm feisty. I'm so excited. And on Kevin's stream, I'm so excited.
I know, right? Wait, you were you there for Kenny's tour?
I was in chat. I wasn't on the stream.
Well, yeah, but that's what I meant.
I've been on a couple of your streams just in chat for short times. And,
Yeah.
I was on for the whole Bateson tours and everything.
Wait.
So this one, the Wizard of Oz? Wow.
Okay. And
no, that's an interesting movie and
what
trivia.
in the world
that I
are
did not
you
know.
doing, Ian?
It's making noise.
Yeah, I know.
Excuse me.
Oh, I clicked the mute button.
Hey,
Okay, good. It is you.
hey, it is
Uncle
me.
Yes.
Chewy.
Chewy, what's going on?
And I want to tell you this because I had to do this for my students. And I want to tell you this. Hold on, because I had to do this for my.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of feedback from you.
It's okay. I looked after it.
He
Okay.
didn't mute himself.
There you go.
He didn't mute himself before he came in.
YouTube has got everything to do with Snow White or any singer that has ever sang for Disney blocked around the world except for 3 countries. Believe it or not.
Okay.
Okay? Except for 3 countries. Okay? They will allow me to show Snow White my thing that I did for my class. I had to load it up onto the university website because YouTube has Disney stuff blocked.
Oh.
Okay? Disney does not have that good of a reputation with actresses.
Yeah.
Many have taken Disney to court.
Yes.
Okay? The woman who played Snow White, her name is Andrea Cozzoletti. Her mother was a famous opera singer in Italy. Her dad, Guido, was a famous music teacher. She got signed for $974 to complete Snow White in 1937 and never saw any royalties since. $934.
Yeah.
She died on my birthday.
Oh.
On my 40th birthday.
Adriana Casolati.
Yes.
as the
No
voice of
idea how
Snow
to spell
White,
that.
uncredited.
Yes. Uncredited through Wizard of Oz, all of it.
All of them. I'm looking at
All of it. She was in
IMDb.
5 movies, and it all says uncredited, uncredited, uncredited. The
They
only time the
didn't.
public ever heard of her by name was on Julie Andrews' radio show and when they made Snow White a legend. That's the only time Disney has ever mentioned her name.
Oh, count. You're getting Julie Andrews Hour,
Yes,
1972.
yes, that was the time
Wow,
that she was on.
What are we looking at, Ian? What are you making yourself?
How about that for trivia?
that's amazing here.
How about that for trivia, Larry?
I'm shocked. I'm looking at this on IMDb and I'm going uncredited, 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 uncredited. She's got no credit for
Yes, she had a rough life getting a job. She ended up singing opera in Los Angeles. You know
But
how
I'm
how
looking
so
here.
many stars come out of Los Angeles that are opera singers?
They
That's
didn't
my point.
do. They did not do any credits for Snow White.
Yeah,
All of the voices are listed as uncredited for
exactly.
all the different
Exactly.
dwarves, the
Yep,
Queen, Snow White, the Prince,
yep,
um, the Magic Mirror,
yep.
couple of birds.
Doesn't that blow your mind?
I'm like, oh my God, this. How could they not have done just a simple one quick page of
You
the
want to know
credits of the
what?
voices?
You want to know what happened? Jack Benny even offered her to be on Jack Benny's show, and Disney refused him.
Oh
She
my
was
God!
under a personal contract for life to Disney
Wow.
for
I'm
$974.
Wait, she doesn't get
Married
any.
4 times.
Was she supposed to get royalties?
Every actor is supposed to get royalties.
So
back
then,
then they rarely did added royalties to a lot of the contracts
Yeah,
back
well,
then.
I know of certain actresses that took Disney to court over it. Peggy Lee was one of them. She sued Disney's butt off,
This
and
month,
Marilyn
yeah,
Monroe
but
fought.
my question is, if she was under contract and couldn't do any other shows, wasn't Disney didn't Disney also sign a contract saying that she would get royalties?
no,
So
No,
it was
they
not in her
purposely
contract to
screwed
give her
her
royalties.
over. They purposely screwed everybody over in Snow White.
And
wait, so
because they were a new
wait,
company, it was not well known of that they were
Meanwhile,
doing this.
I've told this story in a video that involved, like
wait,
the
so Chewy,
wonderful, her wonderful voice. I even had to ask my sister to record the LP that my parents had of her singing in the Los Angeles uh, uh, opera, and she only got barely a booking there.
wait, so Chewy, I'm confused. So
What?
what was the issue if she signed the contract and never
Disney
got paid?
Disney purposely screwed everybody over in Snow White. That's the point. Disney tried to do the same thing with Annette Funicello. She
Wow.
fought back because
Wait,
it was a different time period.
Well, the
but
last
if
half year they've been doing it. They tried to screw Scarlett Johansson. Her
Hey,
contract.
they tried to
Uh,
screw Britney Spears and what's her name, Christina Aguilera. That's how come the new Mickey Mouse Club broke up.
well,
Disney couldn't afford them.
wait, but I guess what my question is, if in the contract there was no royalties or anything, what I'm she signed the contract, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
So did
But
everybody else.
this means that when it became a major hit and won numerous Oscars and made for the company tens of millions
Billions
of
and
dollars,
billions of dollars.
and yeah, billions since then,
But
she
they
got
never.
nothing. She got $900 for
She
her
got
work and got
$900
nothing.
for her whole life for it.
And
She lived
because
in
she was under
poverty.
contract, with them exclusively, she would only be allowed to do Disney movies, and they didn't use her for any. They used her for a
Exactly.
couple, and that was it.
And every other role that she was given, she had to take the role of uncredited. She
Because she,
sang what Wherefore Art Thou Romeo in that part with Rusty the Tin Man, If I Only Had a Heart. And she goes, and she's 17 years of age then.
wow.
Oh
Yes.
Yeah,
Disney screwed over a teenager.
Scarlett Johansson signed a contract for the new Black Widow movie that she would get um, royalties from the international release. They then
correct,
turned
but there was
around
no.
and put it
There,
on their streaming.
which then it's if it's online, you can pirate it.
No,
The
but the
only
problem is they did not give her. They made a lot of money off the streaming, and she got none of it, because her contract only said the theater releases. And
Mhm.
they then turned around and got a lot of profit doing streaming release. So she sued them and said, no, 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 no. You have to give me a profit for all the releases of my of this movie that I signed with you. And the court sided with her, going, yeah, you promised her to give her a certain amount of royalties for everything, and you then turned around and did the streaming, and
But
half your profit
that's
is streaming.
Meanwhile, you can use anything of Marilyn Monroe's except for like music that's like the copyright will take your money kind of thing. But you can do anything with Marilyn Monroe because she fought Fox. She went, I've got my rights too.
Smart.
Yeah. But all of that came down like 30 years later. Disney purposely did it to everybody in Snow White.
but
Ian,
it
are
was
those
legal.
puffers?
It
But
wasn't
technically, it
really
was legal.
legal. It was just conniving.
But it was still legal. Is my
No,
point.
no,
Unfortunately.
no. There's no mention of royalties back in the 30s.
So it was legal for them to do it.
Yeah, but the thing is that most honorable companies will give the artists royalties.
Hey, fish topic. I
Mm,
find it interesting. It's not boring for me. It's I find it
You gotta
interesting.
research Annette Funicello too, because she took Disney to court over her recording, and Disney basically almost told her to go to hell. And so she left for another company and did surfing movies with Frankie Avalon.
Yep.
Disney was out to screw people, man. I know people that have worked for Disney.
well,
They were in it for the
that
big fat buck.
Yeah.
well, that's the problem. That's the problem with a lot of, in general, a lot of artists. Whether
Yeah.
you're an actor or or you do illustrations.
Hey, I got no problems giving somebody royalties, man. Like, hey, that's their business. But when you're getting ripped off, holy fuck! Sorry
But
about
when
that.
your job is to make as much money off of these people, you're
Yeah,
going to try to screw them and give them as the
yeah,
least amount.
yeah.
And well,
The
they
government
got
does it to
smart.
you all the time too.
They got smart in the 30s when it
Yeah.
came to these movies, to these
You
cartoons,
know who was
and all the
supposed to
voiceover.
be the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz?
What
That
about him?
me away too. That one blew me away. Two things I
Why?
found out. The one thing that I found out was that Snow White died on my 40th birthday. What a nice present. You know, first movie that you go to see as a kid. Jeez, do I have good memories now? No. Not after learning how she had to live her life.
Yeah, I guess, but so the part that I don't understand was how long was she under contract for?
Whole life.
Whole life. Disney saw to it that she got screwed around because there were
How?
very few filmmakers back then.
How are they? Yeah, but my question is, how are they able to say she's under contract for life?
Because she signed a piece of paper that said, "I will not
Exactly.
work while I will not work for any other film company um,
As
while
a
I am under contract,"
contract,
and they never
yeah,
released her from the contract, so she
yeah,
could not do any other companies.
yeah.
Wait, there was no end date for the contract?
Nope,
No,
that was the problem. There was no
that
ending.
was
It was
the
just a
problem of the whole thing.
Well, that was okay. Yeah, but I get.
That
Yeah,
is what we call service labor of like pennies on a day.
yeah.
Work it out. You're 17 years of age and you live to 80 and you've only been paid $974
yeah.
to do a box office hit. Come on.
Yeah, but so
It
my
happens.
question.
It happened. There's nothing we can do about it now, and I'm sorry that
No, no, I know
it
that there's
happened. But
nothing that we can do about it now, but people wonder why we fight for contracts and union contracts.
yeah,
So
It's
I
because
guess.
of that.
but the system has changed a lot in the
Yeah,
last 90 years since that
But she was.
happened. It's
But
yeah.
she was also. But wasn't she underage, legal age too?
But by
Technically.
rights,
if her parents had agreed to it, if they had signed the
her,
permissions or whatever, it
her
still happened.
father was involved in the movie himself. He was the
Okay,
casting director of the show.
Chewy, you're sounding worked up over this. You need
Oh,
to.
well, like it was too much of a trip finding, like, it was bad enough when Glenn Frey died on my birthday, okay?
Yeah.
That was bad enough. But
Unfortunately,
at
people
least
are
I
going to
heard
die
about it
every day of the year.
the day that he died. But even if I would have heard this woman's name, I wouldn't have known.
No, I never heard her name.
Yeah. It's only the research that I've had to do for teaching at school that I found this out.
Okay.
I was
Wait.
going,
So you.
holy
Wait.
God.
So you just found. You just found
I
this out
just
then.
found all of this out.
Oh. Dang.
This is
So it's all new for him. So that's why he's so
yesterday.
I got it
hyper
now.
about it.
Thank you, Larry. Thank
You
you,
Yeah.
Larry.
We thought you've known this for years, and you're just now
No,
getting
no,
hyped up about it.
That's why I was
no,
asking.
no. I just found this out, and then having YouTube block it from 44% of the population. People in India can see the video that I posted up,
Oh,
but not people in the United States. Why? Do
Wait,
you want
why?
to hide this news from people?
Wait, why?
Yeah.
How can they do that? Do you have
Well,
any?
most other
Do you
things
have?
that were around before the 60s is
Wait.
now
Do you?
public
Wait.
domain.
Wait. Chewy.
for
Do
some
you have?
reason they're blocking him. And
Yes,
that's
but my question there is there anything in there that's copyrighted?
It can't be under copyright. The 60s. That's how come they've had to declassify things like
yeah.
the moon.
So
That should not be. There's no copyright this far
so
in.
then why?
90
So
years
then
later.
why? So then my question
It's
is
due to
why?
the fact that Disney caught it and put it out on VHS like he did with Peggy Lee, but Peggy Lee's contract was a lot more different.
You know.
than
But
Snow.
wait, but
Hey,
Chewie, I guess
Lee got something like. Oh,
Disney found Kevin.
no.
Disney found some sort of loopholes to keep it silent, so it's not going to be known
Yeah,
how they screw people.
yeah.
but
And that's
what did they do to justify not being able to show that? I guess is my question.
Unless
you,
you're
Chewie.
looking for that specific information, unless you're looking up Snow White and you go to Wikipedia or IMDb, you're in the dark.
But how
he's asking, how did you find out that they were blocking you?
When I
how
posted up the video,
Okay.
how are they how are they but
Yeah, how
legally
are they
how are they
justifying it?
able to block it? That's my question. Because
I
there's no
guess
copyright.
Disney has bought the rights for those areas and are putting out the movie in those areas.
But I thought you just said there were no copyrights back then.
They're not supposed to be, but this is what is going on.
It should have expired, and it's not
It should
something
have
they would have
expired.
renewed. You assume it's something
That
they didn't
seems
renew.
weird.
Yeah.
But if they renewed the copyright, then
Yeah.
it's still theirs.
Uh-huh.
If they renewed it, but I
They
thought
did.
Chewie's. Oh, they
That's what
did
they
renew it.
did. When they reissued Snow White out on DVD, that's when they renewed the contract. So
I
it's
So
got
it's
it.
still
70
under
more
it's
years.
still under copyright.
It's
So we
going to
can't.
be 70 more years before that is even known to the general public.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well.
unless
So
you go to
Hey, Steven.
Wikipedia or IMDb.
hey, Steven. So then, my other question to you then is it possible to say all that without showing anything from the actual video itself? Because if you don't have it
Thing
in
is
that,
that when you're teaching a course, you have to put in the music along with it.
Steven, the short version, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the original 1937 film, did not show a page of the voice credits. So nobody, including the actress who played Snow White, got any credit for the movie. And the contracts that Disney had back then were basically lifetime contracts. Don't work for anybody else. We're going to give you a straight fee for the job you did, for the voiceover job you did, and no royalties.
And every other
So
movie that you appear in, you've got to go in as uncredited.
yeah, so everything she did, the actress did after Snow White, and she only did a couple. Disney only kept her for a couple and never let her out of the contract to go to another company.
Yeah.
She got everything was not credited. It's
Mhm.
all the actors, all the dwarves, the prince, the queen, the magic mirror. Nobody got credits for Snow White and the Seven
so
Dwarfs.
so I understand what you're saying, Chewie, but why can't you just do a video on it because I do think it's important to put out there, but just not include the soundtrack.
Not include anything to
What
show.
I'd like to do is find somebody to actually talk it. My voice is not
What do
there.
you mean?
To narrate it.
I'm sure you could find
Yes,
somebody to do it.
yes, Stephen. Typical evil corporation shit.
Yeah, real bad. And you find out about it like just about 2 weeks ago, and you're going, "Oh my goodness, she died on my birthday. I have to do a tribute to this woman."
Yeah, so Chewy did a video and YouTube
Was not
blocked
allowed
it.
to.
It blocked it in every country except for India. My friend from India went, "What a wonderful thing you've done." You see, India looks at Disney as what? Everything goes over in India for Disney, man.
So Ian, change of subject. Ian, how many different species of fish do you have?
That's a hard question to answer.
I
on the
know.
spot.
It's
But
oh,
let's see. In this
go to the
tank,
tanks and go. Okay, I got 3 different here. I've got 7 different here.
okay, in this tank I've got 5 species of fish.
Now, I'm sorry. First off, how many different tanks do you have?
9?
8.
Okay. Okay, not like 30 or something. Okay.
No,
So 8 with fish in it.
like 18.
Oh, okay, 18.
All together with my girlfriend. She's got her own tank.
Okay.
But there's tiger
Oh.
bar, 2 types of cichlids.
Hey, tell Kat I said hello for me, will you?
So, did you guys enjoy yourself at this Portland Bash?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
God. I spent a little bit too much, Chewy.
So Kenny said it was.
Just a
Did
little
Kenny
bit
say
too
it was a
much.
success?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was a huge success.
for today's numbers, be a
We got
success.
a bunch of new members for the club. And
Yeah, that's what they really wanted. How many were there? Were there like 50 new members or something like that?
Wow.
I think, I'm not sure, but it was like 25, 26 new members.
Was
From
that it? I thought there were more. I thought there were like
There
50.
might be more. I'll have to double check.
Can
Okay.
I give
But
you the difference between today's membership in clubs and, let's say, what it was like in the 70s? Like for shows and stuff like that?
yeah,
Fish topic. Yeah, they made alien movies, and Roundhouse was starring in them.
Our club back in the
Oh,
70s
that is cool.
used to have our fish show in the Big Four in the Stampede ground.
Oh,
We
Ian, I
would
like that one.
have 10,000 people a day walk through our international fish show.
Wow.
Now, okay, and back then there were about 3,500 of us in the club, maybe a little bit.
Okay. Sure, Chewy, but how
Okay,
many club?
will you listen? I haven't made my point yet, Kevin. Okay, now the Calgary Aquarium Society has got 300 members, and they hold their show in, guess where? A community hall. There is a big difference between a community hall and the Stampede grounds.
Yes. A lot of people over the years have left
Aquashella,
the
people talk
hobby.
about Aquashella. Our international fish show back in the 70s would be equal to Aquashella. The change was when parents had to both work.
Ah.
That's when the big change occurred. Mom could not help Junior raise fish. And so kids would go to the game market to entertain themselves.
Okay. So I
That
guess
is the big difference between today's market and what it was back in the 70s.
so what I was gonna
Dealing
ask.
with so many other distractions in the marketplace.
So what I was gonna ask Chewy was, are we talking about fish clubs or are we talking about fish shows?
Both. I
Because
gave you the numbers on both, Kevin. There's a
But
big difference between 300 members of the Calgary Aquarium Society and 3,500 back
So
in
the
the
reason I'm asking Chewy is because aren't there a lot more aquarium clubs too, though?
No. For
They're the
everyone
same amount.
that comes up, 2 fall down. You know that you don't even have a goldfish association in the United States anymore? Both of them are not operating.
I didn't even know they had one.
Yeah. At one time they did.
But
I knew the president of the club, their last president. He goes, I just gave it up. I'd rather paint.
And that was a problem. People lost interest in the hobby. They
Exactly.
had other things they were doing.
Exactly. The guppy guy, Philip Shattuck, would rather paint too. That's what he does nowadays. Like the problem is that the kids got out of it. And nobody has ever taken the time to get the kids back into it
That's
because of
why.
parents having
That's
to
a big thing,
work
yeah.
more hours than what they did in the 60s and the 70s.
That's
But Kevin,
why
what got
it's.
you into it?
That's why it's cool what Fishy Biz um, is doing, Drew, and what
Do you
Rocco's
want to know
starting to do,
what it
and
was
what.
like in my high school, Kevin? My high school had the president of the Calgary Aquarium Society in it. We
Oh,
had our own fish club inside of our high school that probably had more members than the Calgary Aquarium Society did right now.
Kevin, did you get
Just in
into
my high school.
did you get into getting a fish tank because your parents had a few and you wanted one of your own? Or what got you into
Yeah.
what got you into it?
so for me originally, um, my dad used to have fish tanks when he was a lot younger. He had several fish tanks.
Yeah.
Um, and one of the things that I liked when I was younger was we went to,
Oh,
which
Malina Quarries.
was not good, but
Panda.
to we went to
The Panda Quarries. Okay.
San Francisco Sixth Ave Aquarium
Okay.
in San Francisco, and they've been open for like 50 years, which I'm not quite sure how because the fish aren't very well. They're cheap prices, but they're not. The fish quality is not the best. But they've been open for like 50 years, and I actually just went there not too long ago. But we would get fish from there, um, and it was cool because my brother and I really enjoyed going there because you can catch your own fish. Um, but they also weren't the best fish. So we never ended up really doing a ton because they kept on dying. But once my grandpa passed away in 2010, a little bit after that, we've always had a tank for quite a while. But my brother wanted to have a freaking turtle. So since he caught a turtle at Foothill Park, he had it in there, but I didn't really want a turtle. I don't really find turtles all that interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
I
And
love
in my
turtles.
mind, I wanted fish and I wanted some pop of color, and I wanted to convert that tank into a fish tank, which my brother wanted a turtle. So I finally convinced my dad to take me over to my grandpa's house and I set up I had a 20-gallon, and then I convinced my dad to help me get the 55 from my grandpa's house, which was a saltwater tank, but I converted it into a freshwater tank. Um, and I set that up, and ironically, when I did that, my brother decided he didn't want the turtle anymore and wanted a fish tank instead. Go figure.
Those are
So,
brothers.
um, so I had two fish tanks for quite a while, and then I wanted more, but in October um, is when I was able to get more fish tanks. So I got 4 or 5, and I during Christmas, I think this past Christmas I bought way too much, um, or I spent way too much on shrimp, and so I got those, and then um, I've slowly been accumulating. It's been hard because I have to ask friends who luckily drive now to get them for me since I can't drive, but
Yeah.
that's really how I got into it. And then after searching up some stuff, I don't know which channel it was, but I found the Fish Fam. I think it was like LRB's or Corey's videos. That I found the Fish Fam, and so I've been really into my fish tanks for what, a good 2-3 years now. That I really was able to get more fish tanks. October, I was finally able to get some because they were. I didn't. That was like the first. Of course, that was the first dollar per gallon sale that I ever really was able to catch and get somebody to help me get some more tanks. So now I have like 10 that I think 8 or 9 of them are set up, and I have a 20 which needs to be stocked. I want to get some Snow White, or some Snow White, aka
Shh, don't mention Snow White around here.
what is it? What is it called? Golden. God. What are they called? Snow White or Golden Bee? Shrimp? I forget what they're called. Why am I blinking? I believe they're the same thing. But the Snow White or Taiwan Bee? No, Golden? I forget what they're called.
Anybody
I
know?
don't know why. I know they're called Snow Whites, but I know there's another name. But they don't look anything like.
I don't know.
I think they're Golden Bee, Caridina. And so I want to get some Caridina, and I'm planning on getting some very soon. But I want to get them after I go to Aquashella. And I need to get a gimbal,
Yep.
which is like 150. Golden
Man.
Bee. I was right. It's Golden Bee shrimp. I was right. Golden
Beach.
Bee, also known as Snow White.
Okay.
And they look pretty cool. I like them a lot. Let me see if I can get a photo.
Oh wow.
Ooh, dark.
So they're kind of whitish. The ones that I saw were white. And I really liked them. And I think the first time I really saw them was on, what was it? March Shrimp, I want to say.
Okay.
And I fell in love with them, and I really want to get some. Which kind of sucks because there's a guy who breeds them near me, but of course, he charges like, I think it's like $100 and something if you want to get the shrimp. If you want to buy the shrimp, and if you buy like 10 or 15 of them, I think it was, if it's over $75, it's free shipping. And I messaged him. I'm like, hey, I live nearby. Is it possible to come pick them up? And is there a better price for them? And he's like, nope. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to find another place then, because there's no point in getting them here, because that's kind of expensive and I don't really need to pay for shipping. So what's the point of buying them from you and getting free shipping when I don't need free shipping because I live so close to you? So nope, I'll find somewhere else. So I'm looking at somewhere else to get some. I have that tank under my. I have a 20 breeder set up. I got some Eco Complete, and I want to find some. I want to find some, but I have that tank right underneath my 55, which isn't totally ideal, but it's a place to put that tank, and it works, especially since they're shrimp, and I don't really have to get into it once I scape it. I won't really have to get into that tank a ton, and water changes shouldn't be all that hard because I just drain it into a 5-gallon bucket and then pump water back into that tank, so it shouldn't be too hard to do water changes. And besides feeding, I shouldn't really need to do a ton. Not ideal, but hey. So Ian, are you gonna? You got some plants, didn't you?
Yeah.
Have you planted them yet, or did you just put them in the tank?
Oh, I planted them, but I forgot to refill my CO2 tank before I left, so they haven't had the CO2 that they need.
Oh,
Yeah.
what plants were they again?
I got cryptocrine, Nerei Rosen Maiden.
Oh, that's the one that I got
Uh,
too. Was that from Bentley?
yeah. It needs, well, I think it needs CO2. I mean, it might do okay without it.
You said it should go fine in a high
Should do.
light tank. You said as long
Well,
as it has high light, it should be okay. Not ideal, but it should be okay. So I'm
I
gonna
never
try
said
it.
anything about high light, but crepes don't really like to be blasted with light. That's how they get algae on
Good morning, Captain
them.
Savage.
Hey,
But
Captain
you
Savage
get
Aquatics. That's what
Captain.
Bentley had told me. As long as I have higher light, it should be fine, and it'll
Yeah.
grow. It should grow. So I'm gonna try it.
Good.
But yeah, I got that one too. What else did you get?
Mm, Areocolon, Cynerium.
You got
Mm,
that? Where did you get that one?
I got that from Jason. Trying to think. I
Oh,
got Cryptocrine Crispulata, which is a cool one. I didn't check on that. Uh, what else? Oh, I got a bunch of plants from Alex too.
wait, what?
I got a bunch of plants from Alex. I asked him to
Oh,
bring me some.
yeah, you asked him. I needed to ask him. I forgot. I meant to, and then I didn't think of it.
Yeah, so I got like 2 or 3 types of different Ludwigia.
That was smart of you.
Um, Ludwigia ex lacustris, Ludwigia repens, and Ludwigia arcuata, which is a good score. Some Hygrophila polysperma sunset, which is a really cool plant. It's got variegated leaves and turns pink, but it's really easy to grow. And I also got hydrocaudal verticulata, which is like a low
Nice.
little circular leafed plant that carpets the foreground.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then I got some Limnophila aromatica from Ryan.
Cool. Oh, you got. Wait, that needs CO2 though, right?
Yeah,
Or does that one not? Okay.
it's done fine for me with no CO2. I mean, it doesn't get as pink. It stays pretty green, grows really slow. But give it enough light, fertilizer, it'll do all right.
Okay. Yeah, I bought way too much. I bought a decent amount of tissue cultures too, um, per Jeffrey's suggestion, and I'm gonna try them out. I bought a bunch of different types, so
What are the tissue cultures? What do you do with those? Of plants?
Yeah.
What?
So give me
What's
one
that? Just
sec.
a small piece of the plant that you
Give me a sec. Did you not hear
take
me the
from?
first time? Give me 1 second. So
No,
this
I
is
want to know now. Come on.
a tissue culture.
Okay.
So it's in a cup. It's a small cup, and it's got gel on the bottom. Usually, it has gel on the bottom as media,
Okay.
and it's grown. Isn't it grown in more of a stable kind of environment, Ian, you probably know more than I do.
So tissue cultures are grown
In,
from pretty much the last living cell of that plant.
thank you.
So when they start growing, they're completely sterile, and they use a special nutrient. And
That's
they're
like a gel, right?
yeah, it's like a gel, but there are liquid ones. Like Tropica makes a good liquid one.
Oh,
Yeah, I put a lot in there, probably a little too much. That's okay.
what did you put in? What are you feeding?
The saltwater tank. Sorry if you can hear
Yeah.
the tea.
What were you feeding?
Bloodworms, krill, large krill.
You said you put too much in there.
Yeah. There's just a clownfish and the goby.
Ah,
I lost my
That's
round.
that's a lot of flow in there. It looks like.
It's about medium. This stays at like 30%. This is not.
Well, clownfish seems to like it.
Yeah, it's enough flow for him. Corals look cool in it. Plus, the high flow is good for keeping the sand bed clean.
Yeah.
Look at these nasty things. These got huge while I was gone.
what are they?
Acacia.
Oh,
Kenyan trees getting big. ATO. It was around up here when I left. So, automatic top off's working. That's good.
oh, geez. Yeah, Chewy.
Oh, this cabbage coral right here has split. It's got two heads on it now. There's one in the back. You probably can't see it on the camera. Well, I was moving my magnet thermometer, and I went too close to the magnet of the frag rack. That kind of fucked me up. So now it's facing the wrong way. Everybody muted, so we're talking. Got the green star polyp, large polyp xenia right there, more green star polyp here, cabbage coral there, Kenya tree, there's caulerpa, macroalgae, and some pulsing xenia. Everybody dipped. All right, I'm not leaving. Going to the next. Man, it is good to be home. Let's see, who we got in chat here since I'm the only one up. Captain Savage.
Chewy, Savage. Larry's in here. Fish Tropics.
Yeah, Fish
Steven.
Tropic.
Roundhouse.
Oh, man. Oh, you guys haven't seen the video I posted today of all the stuff for dry goods, here's some of them. These are cool. Can't wait to start messing with these things. Man, sweet stuff. Sweet, sweet stuff. I wonder if I can get the bee puffer to come out.
You just got those last week, didn't you?
These are the pea puffers. We've had these for well over a year.
Oh wait, which I thought you got. What was it that you got from the wet spot?
The Amazon puffer.
Oh, the Amazon. Okay, thank you.
Oh, dude, they're doing fantastic.
I was
Where'd you
listening.
put
I was cooking something.
The Amazon puffers, man, they've been doing great. We've been going through a round of general cure with them. And
Sorry,
once
the Jew in me needed a sesame bagel with cream cheese and lox.
Wait, you only put general cure? Don't you need to put what is it, Paragard or something? Paracleanse?
you a madman if you think I'm gonna start mixing chemicals with my puffers.
Huh?
I'm not mixing medications with puffers. That's just a recipe waiting for disaster. When I quarantine pufferfish, I do one medication at a time because they're super sensitive to chemicals. And if you mix the wrong two chemicals together, some fish don't tolerate it.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Okay, never mind.
In general, cure is a. Let me see. I got the thing right here. It's metronidazole and what's the other one?
I've
And
used that that combination of meds pretty successfully most of the time. I don't think I've really had a problem with them.
look at this fat giant ranthorn. Look at this thing. These will eat your plants. They're devils. I wish I knew the
What are they?
Giant ram's horns.
Oh, yeah, I don't like ram's horns. I
These
don't
are
like
No, I like the ram's horns, but that's
I don't
yeah,
like
that's a big one.
I don't like most snails.
You guys remember all the gorgeous plants that were in here? My gorgeous pothos that was in here?
Yeah, it's a really tall one.
That's
That
to these
sucker ate 'em?
snails. All the snails ate them. There's a
Aw,
bunch of them.
man.
They breed like crazy. I was able to save the pothos, but it almost died. They gnawed like almost all the way through the stems and roots
I didn't
of
know
the
they did that.
pothos. Yeah, me either. I thought they were just a regular snail that would do a cleanup crew. And the only plant left is this Amazon sword, and it's slowly being chewed away.
You need to put some
Oh, the
assassin
elephant
snails
nose
in there,
fish.
Ian.
I should get some assassin snails.
My local fish store has some elephant nose fish. They're really interesting looking.
Oh, dude, those mormyrids, those are cool fish.
Yeah.
I need to clean the glass. See all these tiger barbs, dude, with a piece of shrimp. Not shrimp, krill. Whole krill. Shell and all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading Chewy's comment. So then how do you know when you need to treat or not, Chewy? Because in the US, we do not have fish stores treating fish for us. We have to do it ourselves.
Well, obviously, I would think you wouldn't treat them until the symptoms show.
But
If
a
they're
lot of
acting
times,
weird or if they have something,
but the
otherwise you
problem,
assume they're fine. You're
but
not going to medicate a fish
so
that's not hurting, that's not sick.
two things, Larry. One is, from what Chewy says, sometimes a fish can be a carrier without
Yes,
you even knowing it.
but are you going to medicate all your fish in the thought that maybe one of them has uh, an illness? I mean, you quarantine your fish, and if after a month they don't have anything, you put them in with your other fish. Um, you're not going to
Yes,
just
but if you
automatically just medicate just
but
in the hopes that they might have something and the medication will fix it.
I only quarantine and medicate wild puppers. And that's because, in my experience, every time I see them, they're always skinny, sick, and since they're wild caught, they need that kind of time to just heal by themselves and get a little
so I
boost
so
in
I
their
do
food.
that with puffers, but I also do that with tetras
See, I don't keep many tetras. We keep a lot of barbs and
most of
rasboras,
the
and
time.
I've got 2 tetras, and I don't like them. Dicks. Look at these barbs. These barbs are all happy. They're getting along with each other. Tetras, God.
Yeah, but Roundhouse, you don't always know. And if it's expensive fit, I mean, it depends what fish you're putting them in with.
Yeah, and if they are expensive fish, like these puffers, they're 24 bucks a piece, man. I ain't gonna risk it. I bought 5 of them. So I mean, that's
What are they? The Amazon?
yeah, the Amazon puffers.
Hey, bunny.
Yeah.
And you're right,
Hey,
Roundhouse.
Bunny Viper.
That cherry barb is so
Oh
fat.
my god, I can't believe I just said that.
Roundhouse. Yeah, buddy. That's why we treat them the new wild puffers, and that's what I'm using. That's what a lot of other people use. It's a dual medicine. It's got metronidazole and praziquantel, which is a good kind of parasitic medicine. And
Well,
if
so
I
that's
need
why
to, I've got malachite green and pickaxe, and
I was thinking like Paracleanse would be a good one to use because it
paracleanse. That's
helps.
from Fritz.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or something like that because they do usually have internal parasites.
yeah. Well, this one treats internal parasites.
General Care?
Yeah, this one treats wasting disease, so that's internal parasites or an bacteria. It could be both.
Yeah, sure, Roundhouse.
Oh my god,
That's
I'm
why you
agreeing
talk.
with Kevin. Yeah, right,
That's
Roundhouse.
that. That's why you talk out of your ass so often, Roundhouse. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Oops.
Oh, I need to hurry up and feed the rest of these fishes. I got.
And yes, Roundhouse, I love giving you a hard time because you're always giving me crap.
Roundhouse is just jealous because I'm always right when it comes to pizza.
Huh?
Cat got a pair of wild Bella Metas.
Wait, what?
Cat got another pair of Bella Metas.
What kind of bettas?
Embellis.
Oh, Embellis. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I believe they're part of the Beta Simplex family.
Dare I ask how much they were? And are you going to try and breed them?
She's gonna try and breed them, and they were a steal. $10 for a pair. Like what? They're tiny, but they're in this 5 gallon together.
Oh,
And
did you
then
guys get them from the auction?
from the table, yeah,
Or from Fishtoberfest, excuse me?
yeah. Look at all that algae.
Cool.
Makes me sick. Look at that.
Petraman and I were talking earlier today, and we both want, next year we want to go to Fishtoberfest again. Well, I want to go again. He wants to go, period.
He's got to come.
Yeah, I know. We'll have a blast.
Hey, and he's got to bring some of those discus. He'll make money.
He
Telling you,
can't.
if he brings discus, he'll be making
He
money.
can't. He can't though, Ian.
Yeah, he can. He just don't want.
No, he can't because nobody will be able to keep him.
Yeah, it's Portland. We pretty much have RO water, perfect for discus.
No, Ian, because he does water changes like twice a week. He gets like less than 5 or 10 ppms. So he does water changes like 2 or 3 times a week. And then he also feeds a pound of blackworms every week. And that's all he feeds is blackworms. So he spoils those little pieces of shit. And nobody else will be able to keep them.
Well,
Plus you can never go away because you're always having to do water changes and feed them.
hey, I'm
They
just
will
saying,
adjust. They will
if
adjust when new owners
yeah,
what are changing in feeding habits.
No, they'll just die.
Mm,
you don't know that, Kevin.
Yeah, I kind of do.
I don't know. Are you a discus breeder?
I'm not, but I know Joe does.
And he says they'll die.
If I've asked, I've asked him for some. He won't even give them to me, and I
Well,
talk to him all the time.
well, you might not be ready for F1 wild discus. You got to show him
They're not.
this first. Go get
They're
a
not.
turkey from your local fish store and show him you can
They're
keep that.
so they're not. So they're F1s, and the problem is he feeds them so many blackworms that if you don't feed them live food or bloodworms, they will literally die by starvation because they're so damn picky.
Fish will adjust
Or die.
or die. But I don't know. I've had wild caught bluegills, and
only one way to find out.
they did just fine. Oh, cool! One of the limpets is a freshwater limpet snail. It's like a half clam. Look at that thing.
I don't think you talk out of your ass, Roundhouse. I know you talk out of your ass.
Now.
Right,
We've seen him on camera talking out of his mouth.
right
It's rare, but we've seen it.
there. That thing right there.
Yeah, but a lot of times he's talking out of his ass.
Yeah, Ian, that's pretty cool. What type is that?
It's a freshwater limpet snail.
Limpet snail. Oh,
Yeah,
it is moving.
it's moving.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are saying they'll adjust, but they're F1s. And he
I've
spoils the
got
crap out of them.
I've got F1 zebra cara from a very good breeder who spoils the crap out of his fish. They eat
Yeah,
food pellets just fine. I've got
but
F1.
okay, sure, Ian, but discus and a car are different.
They are, but they're still first generation from wild caught.
And you're comparing apples and bananas. Like they're not even.
Chewy is agreeing with you, Kevin. Wild caught discus, very, very picky to water parameters and food. But I'm thinking they're still going to adjust. They either adjust or they die. That's
Hey, if they hungry, they gonna eat. That's my saying. You know, if you're
No,
hungry,
not
you're gonna
always.
eat.
They will starve themselves to death.
Well, that's when you cave in and buy the food that they will eat.
Yeah, but you have to do it every week.
Well, you gotta wean them off of it. You know,
And those
I
mothers
I got
eat
wild
like
caught
a
pea
pound.
puffers. I got wild caught pea puffers. Their staple diet is vibrobites.
Yeah, I like Viber Bites,
That's a pellet.
but
You could
apparently,
try
but
weaning them vibrobite onto vibrobite from blackbirds. But you gotta, mix it in there with them. You feed a little blackworm, you toss a little fiber bites in there with them. They might spit it out at first, but over time, they'll get adjusted and they'll know that that's food, or they'll die.
yeah, I think they'll die.
It's possible to wean fish on different foods. It just takes some time and patience. I've weaned a lot of wild caught fish onto prepared pellet foods, like smallmouth bass. Those are predatory fish that usually will only eat frozen or live food. And he eats those Kapari floating sticks.
I loved when we had discus. They're so beautiful.
Joe's been keeping discus for
Oh
God a
yeah, Joe
few
knows
like
what he's doing. I
40,
believe,
50 years.
but I still think
And he's
fish gotta adjust. That's what they do.
so I like Joe and I love talking to him because it's always very interesting to me. Um and I kind of get a kick out of it because uh no offense, Chewy, but he is an older fish keeper and he likes to keep his fish and like really spoil the fish where they're not. I don't really. Well, okay, I don't want to say they're not, but I don't think they're very hardy, just because he's always babying them. Like he doesn't go over 10 ppm of nitrates, which to me is kind of crazy. But he will not go over 50 ppms, or sorry, 10 ppms, and he wants to buy a canister filter, which apparently Pond Guru says uh, will give like 900 gallons per hour. So it's an expensive filter, and it's really big. But he wants to get that because he wants to get a full cycle, and he's gonna shove it with like I don't know, $200 worth of filter media, just because then that way the fish will, or he won't have to do so many water changes because it'll be under 10 ppm. But like, yeah, I don't know if I'd want to get. I love Joe's discus, but I don't know if it would be that easy to keep his discus because he spoils the heck out of them.
Yeah. Even with a canister filter, a good canister filter, you're still going to need to do water changes.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but like once a week
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's fine.
or once every 2 weeks, because he
if they're
does.
growing baby discus, they're gonna be producing hormones that, if in too much and not water change, that will stunt their
Yeah,
growth.
no, yes, I agree. But he does like he feeds a pound of blackworms weekly, so he feeds them like 3 or 4 times a day, and
Yeah.
he also does water changes like 3 or 4 times a week. So he wants to be able to do less water changes. and cut down a little bit on the amount of water changes he does. That's his main goal right now.
Yeah.
Is to cut down on the amount of water changes.
Well,
And I believe the way he wants to do it is by buying, I forget what it's called, a biohole.
if he puts those discus in a 1,000-gallon tank with 8 inches of gravel and sand, with a ton of plants, blasting it with, well, not blasting it with light, but a ton of plants. I mean, like a ton,
Yeah.
ton. You probably won't have to do water change again. And that would just be the most beautiful tank. Just imagine like a huge 12-foot long discus tank, 4 feet front to back,
Wow.
like just huge. And then if it was that big, without too many fish in there, like maybe just a couple pairs, 3 or 4 pairs, cleanup crew.
Well, we had the 180 with 2 canister filters. Not a lot of plants. We did not have it heavily planted. We lost 2 of them in the beginning, but then the rest were fine.
Yeah, but you only had them for like a month before you had to sell them back to the
we had them for about 4 or 5 months before before she went I got to give everything back so I can sell everything back so I could pack and move.
I did not think it was that long. I thought it was only a few weeks.
No, we had them for several months.
Kevin, I have to head out of here. Go pick up Kat from work.
Okay. Tell her I said hello, please.
Of course, Kevin, I will. You guys have a good night, all right?
Good night, sir.
You too. Oh, joy. Now it's just you and me.
Roundhouse, come up here. Sean, I dare you to come up. I double dog dare you.
He's come up before.
Yeah, he has.
You're just not cool enough.
I missed the one time that he came up. I was so upset.
He won't grace you with his presence, but he graced me with his presence. You are not worthy, Larry.
That sucks. Oh well.
I
will survive.
Joking, but...
I will survive.
So what you been up to lately?
Not a heck of a lot. It was my shoulder's been the pinched nerve in my neck has been better, so I've been able to ride the motorcycle and get out there, but had to rain this weekend. Damn it.
Oh. When is that lady gonna start working again?
Which?
I don't know. The one that
I work with has been on disability now. She's not coming back to work.
Oh, she isn't?
No.
How is she on disability now?
Or she's getting or she's requesting disability or something. She's on long-term something with work. She had some sort of problem with her thigh. She had surgery on it. The wound didn't heal right. They had to open it up and like clean it out. They've had to do it a couple of times. It just won't heal right on her.
Oh. Yikes. So, are they gonna get somebody else to help out, or are you doing it? Because I thought you were just covering until she came back. But obviously she's not coming back.
She was doing a morning shift. I do the evening shift.
No, because I thought that there was a certain day of the week where you weren't supposed to be working.
Right. The guy found somebody else. Yeah, I'm doing 6 days a week.
Okay.
and he's doing the 1 day plus some mornings, and so I'm back to my normal schedule.
Gotcha.
Thank God.
Then how come I haven't seen you? What's your excuse now?
I have no excuse. I got on. Every time I got on, either you weren't on or I was not ill. I was not feeling well.
Meh.
And I said hello and then walked away and watched a movie.
That was very sad. I
And
have
then
not
for a
seen you
couple of
for a
days, I
little.
wanted to let you know that I couldn't afford the airfare uh, to come and join you because I really, really want to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this means that you're going to need to find somebody else to sign into the room.
I need to talk to you after this, if
Okay.
possible. I'm gonna end it in like 10 minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I was hoping we could talk after. If you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Cool. 'Cause,
375 gallon? Wow. Had to take apart the fish room, move tanks around, find the right place for it only.
dang, that's awesome though.
Yeah. I was so excited. Yesterday is Rico's uh, uh, stream was talking about axolotls, and that's the fish I want to get. So I'm getting the 20-gallon long probably tomorrow. Get over
Okay,
to my
Larry,
house,
did
but
you
I don't
hear?
have
You
I
don't
don't have a
have
place to
Shanna's
put it
number.
yet.
You don't
No,
have Shanna's number, do you?
no.
Well, if you see her, you might want to say something to her.
Is Frankie okay?
He passed.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
He was doing great and then
Yeah.
not so great. So just a suggestion, but you might want to call her
Yeah.
or see if you can talk to her because, yeah, she was devastated.
Oh, I can only imagine. Damn.
She came on a short while apparently during the Aquatic Morning Show. And the only reason I heard about it was from Joe.
Oh man.
But yeah, you might want to call her or see if you can get a hold of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, Frankie passed. He wasn't eating. She put him in the refrigerator for a few days, I think like a day or so. He seemed to be doing better after that. And then apparently he passed yesterday night.
Oh man.
Yeah, I
Thank
know.
you for letting me know.
I was talking to her about it like a week ago. But yeah, she's been having a little bit of a tough time with it
I can imagine. Yeah.
because
This is.
she was really attached to that dang thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a
And
family pet.
I mean,
It was like a
it
cat
was
or dog. It
cute.
was.
And she's torn up because she doesn't know what the heck happened. And I'm like, I don't think you're gonna find out what happened either, unfortunately. But
No.
you did what you could. But she was really torn up about it.
Oh man.
So you might want to say something to her if you see her
Yeah.
in a chat. But
Yeah.
she's going to Aquashella. But yeah, I think actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna end it now Just because I'm getting a tad bit tired too.
Alrighty.
Have a great night, everybody.
Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't.
Please hit that like button.
Come on.
Please like and subscribe and share if you have not. And I will see you, I guess, technically later tonight. Have a good one, everyone.
Take it
Bye.
easy. Bye.